Welcome to the deep dive. Today, our mission is to really get under the hood of a specific prop firm, Goat Funded Trader, or GFT.
That's right.
They make a pretty big splash, promising traders the chance to scale up to $2 million in funding.
And that monthly salary thing, too.
Exactly. A rare monthly salary just for passing their challenge. It sounds, well, almost too good to be true.
It certainly catches your eye. I mean, evaluation fees starting at just $17 and profit splits potentially hitting 100%. That's a powerful lure.
Oh, I sense a butt coming.
Oh, definitely. The immediate, the biggest red flag right off the bat. GFT only launched in 2022, and there's basically zero regulatory oversight we can point to.
Zero. How does that even work?
Well, they're registered in St. Lucia, but the parent company, that's in Hong Kong, and then there's an affiliate operating out of the UK.
Wow, okay, so sort of jurisdictional hopscotch then.
Exactly. It makes it incredibly difficult for a trader, for you, to find any real recourse if, things go sideways. Disputes over money, account issues. Good luck figuring out who to hold accountable.
Is that setup just about saving costs on compliance, or is it maybe more deliberate to shield themselves?
It's likely a bit of both, really. Less regulation means lower operating costs, for sure. But yeah, it absolutely limits your options if you have a serious complaint, especially about payouts. That $70 entry fee feels like it's designed to get volume, maybe not necessarily top-tier traders they want to back with significant capital.
Okay, so you paid a low fee, you get in. What are the actual rules like once you're trading? Let's get into the mechanics.
Sure. So the risk rules themselves aren't totally out there. You've got daily drawdown limits, usually around 3 to 4%.
Standard enough.
Yeah, and maximum drawdown between, say, 6 and 8%. Tight, definitely, but manageable if you know what you're doing.
Right.
But here's where it gets really interesting and maybe a bit contradictory. They have a daily profit limit.
A limit on how much you can make.
Yep.
$3,000 per day.
Hang on. They're dangling up to $2 million in scaling potential, but they cap your daily upside at $3,000 if you have a killer day and make $5,000.
Tough luck. You hit the ceiling, it absolutely slows down how quickly you could theoretically scale up.
That feels like it protects them more than it helps the trader scale?
Precisely. It controls their potential exposure. And this ties into probably the most critical detail many traders might miss.
Which is?
Even when you pass their challenge, even when you get that funded account, you are still trading on a demo account.
Still demo. So you never actually trade live capital yourself?
Never directly. Yeah. GFT might copy your trades onto their own live accounts behind the scenes, but you, the trader, you're essentially managing a simulation.
Okay, that's huge. That fundamentally changes the relationship, doesn't it? They control the simulation, the environment, everything.
Absolutely everything. Maximum control for them, maximum liability protection.
Yeah.
It's common in the retail prop firm space, but it needs to be crystal clear. Yeah, transparency is key there. Yet, despite all this, when you look online, say Trustpilot, the picture gets really confusing.
It does.
Over 3,000 reviews, and they're sitting at a 4 out of 5-star rating. How does that square with these, well, pretty significant structural issues and the demo account reality?
That's the puzzle, isn't it? That aggregate score looks good. But when you dig into the actual complaints, especially the one-star reviews, you see a pattern emerge.
What kind of pattern?
Things like hidden rules suddenly popping up, payouts being delayed, sometimes indefinitely, accounts getting flagged or breached for reasons traders swear weren't clear or fair. And often this seems to happen suspiciously right after a trader starts showing consistent profitability. There are even whispers, quite a lot of noise actually, about positive reviews potentially being, incentivized or maybe even from bots.
That's the worrying side. But to be fair, we should also mention the other side. Our sources do show plenty of traders reporting they do get paid, and they successfully scale their accounts. The low fees are real. Customer support apparently responds within 24 hours, which is decent. So it's not like it's vaporware. It's a real operation.
It is a real operation, yes. Just one operating in a very, very gray area. The overall verdict seems to be GFT isn't an outright scam, like they just take your money and run.
Right.
But it's definitely not what you'd call a clean, transparent operation either. Success seems to really depend on being super experienced and disciplined enough to work within their very strict, sometimes maybe even deliberately vague rules.
So wrapping this up for someone listening, what's the takeaway? You've got these super low entry fees, which are tempting, but then you have the regulatory questions, the demo accounts, the payout complaints.
Right.
If there are other more established firms out there, maybe with slightly higher fees but clearer terms and fewer horror stories about payouts, Is that low GFT fee really worth the risk?
That's the core question, especially when you layer on that perpetual demo account reality. It leads to a final thought to chew on. That promised $2 million in funding. How much of that represents your actual control over real money in the market versus how much is just GFT controlling the parameters of a very sophisticated game? Something to really consider before you lay down even that first $17